With us now is Kat, and we're going to be talking about her personal jewelry line. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm so impressed by you. I'm wearing one of your pieces, and I have to say, I absolutely love this. Is this one of your best sellers, the double choker? That's
Yes.
kind of how it all started for you, right?
Yeah, that and one other product were the two products that kind of started me off organically. So I actually just brought that back last year, and it's been, again, one of my best sellers.
What year did you start your business?
It became a serious hobby 2016, and then it became like a serious life goal, I would say 2019.
Okay. So in 2016, were you selling your pieces on Etsy?
Yes, that's where I started. And
Okay.
I actually started like with no intention of starting it at all. It was just a hobby because I was always like DIY crafty and like YouTubing stuff all the time. And yeah, so I did start on Etsy.
Now, are you making your own chain metal? Are you getting the metal and then just adorning it? Or like, how much hands-on is there when you're first starting to do something like this?
When I first started, I purchased the materials and I bought the proper tools to cut chains up.
Okay.
And then basically just assemble things with jump rings and stuff. For example, like my first product was like this 90s charm choker, like on a black cord. I don't know if you've seen, there's like a silver like charm in the middle.
Yes.
So in order to make that, I went to a store called Michael's Craft Store and I got like these little end crimp beads, and I honestly just YouTubed it because I was pretty crafty, and like before that I like looked up DIY like tie-dye shorts and stuff like that. So charm chokers at the time was what I wanted.
I could make my own, right?
Yes.
And that's how you launched it.
Yeah, I YouTube tutorials on how to assemble jewelry, pretty much.
And now you have a big business because I was watching your social media following, and it's extraordinary. How are you keeping up with the orders? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I have a great team of employees now. I've had employees for like 4 years now. Yeah, so I taught them how to do everything. And as I grew as a company, more positions opened up for them. And
that must be so rewarding for you to have like launched and you're making a difference in the lives of others.
That's really what I want to grow for. That's what I want to, like I always say, I always want growth for that, so I could be able to support someone who even wants to wake up in the day and like go to work and work for me. I would like to grow large enough so that they could proudly say, hey, I work here at Vivamacity, and like something that really supports them, like large jewelry brands do. Something like
Yes.
that. That's what's been like my main drive.
Well,
to
you're
grow.
definitely well on your way. So Vivamacity, tell us about the name.
So, okay, when I started on Etsy, I had to make a username to even put up a listing, which was not serious at all.
Okay.
It was just for fun. So it was like my YouTube name and my gaming username and literally my personal email name. And it came about because I had to name an art project in junior year of high school a made-up word. So at the time, I really liked letters that started with a V. So I opened the dictionary and the word vivacity stood out to me. So I just added a ma inside. So I never said the word out loud, ever.
You just always saw it in print.
Yeah, so
Right.
I always typed it. So I guess it became my Etsy store. And then I like jokingly put up the choker, the first one I made, with no intention of Vivamacity being the name of my business. So someone bought it actually from New York. And I thought it was fake. And then it like occurred to me like, oh, is this going to be the name of like my company? Nah, there's no way I'm going to ever have a company. So I kept it because I was like anxious that if I changed it, that one person in New York would never be able to find me again. So they were real. And I wrote like the longest handwritten note to them. Like, oh, thank you so much. I had no idea that this was going to happen. And I was a waitress at the time. So within a couple weeks, I was making enough on Etsy to be able to quit my job.
It's amazing. Isn't it amazing? Like when you're such an inspiration for other entrepreneurs and other business people too, because especially now, because people can get things online, right? So your customer base could be anywhere on the globe and you're making things and you're still doing it in the tried and true method of something handmade. It's personal. It has that love infused in it. And so what you're also known for are your gemstones. So you're taking the gemstones and you're making these like custom, really beautiful rings.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a couple favorites. I really love Ethiopian opal, moonstone. I like anything rainbowy because I'm like a fairy. I like anything sparkly and rainbowy. So those are my favorites. But I also have amethyst and rose quartz and blue sandstone, amazonite, clear quartz. I like really collected rocks as a kid. Like I would pick them up on the ground in the parking lot. So I'd always liked rocks and like earthy crystals. But as far as like getting into the jewelry industry and like fashion industry, if anyone told me what I was getting into, I would have never done it because obviously it's so competitive. It's fashion, it's the most competitive space, and I would never intentionally do that on my own. So I guess it kind of happened.
It found you.
Accidentally.
Yeah, your journey found you. So now you create these pieces, you create this line. On your website, it's really clean, easy, someone can go on it and they can pick different pieces. And the turnaround time, because each thing is handmade, is about how long? So if somebody orders something...
It used to be made to order.
Okay.
But now I produce stock. Now I work with factories overseas. I get stones from all over the world. So now my employees don't...
Turnaround is quicker.
Aside from like custom pieces, like a name, personalized name.
Yes.
That's what my team now handcrafts. But it really doesn't take long. I taught them it takes no longer than 30 seconds to attach an initial. So it's pretty fast.
Okay.
So now it's like stock.
Okay. So like a two-week turnaround or something like that. So if
To
somebody
make
wanted
it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And if somebody wanted to order something, then they could do it online and it's quick and easy. And
yeah, it'll
so
get to them in
now
2
are you going to
days.
shows? Do you like showcase your jewelry anywhere or present it anywhere?
Never.
Okay. Are you thinking about doing that? Like, I don't know. Like I see you doing some sort of, for some reason, like a signing, like I see you sitting somewhere. And maybe that's what you were talking about of your vision for your future self. Mm-hmm. Because I see your brand and that's what I get from the website. When I saw the website, I was like, oh, it just has that energy. You have that flow about you. You have that artistry. So I look at you as an artist.
Thank
you. When you're designing your looks and you are now getting them produced because more people want your looks, right? You're still, how are you drawing them? Like on a napkin? Like what's your process?
Either a Post-it.
Okay, a Post-it note?
Or my design book where I try to keep all my designs. But usually, so lately I've been getting inspired by my existing pieces. Like for example, I have something called like her royalty choker that I got inspired to, people really like this. I'm going to make it into a ring now. So
like a collection of pieces. So
yeah,
maybe if they've got this piece, then the next piece they could add to it.
Yeah.
Okay. You personally, what are you wearing today?
I've been really liking layering.
Okay. And also I noticed you layering bracelets.
Yeah,
that
I
seems
really
to
like
be really
layering.
in too.
Personally, I like daintier pieces.
Okay.
Honestly, I have a lot of moods, and I guess today is a dainty day.
Today's a dainty
So today
day.
I'm wearing a moonstone pear-shaped faceted necklace. And one of these necklaces I'm wearing is a 2-in-1.
Okay.
And one is just a simple round snake chain.
Lovely.
But some days I will wear a double chain choker.
Yeah, I really do love this thing. I might just like not take it off. So I might wear it forever. Thank you for joining us. What information would you want to give somebody that wants to be an entrepreneur? What tips would you tell them?
The biggest advice I give is to start.
Okay.
Like anywhere. And that even involves like coming up with a name, but don't just think about it anymore and don't say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. Well, then do it. Because I started by just starting. Like I put up the listing without thinking of a company name. And it honestly is pretty hard advice to take for a lot of people. But
to be fearless, to take that step.
yeah, but it's really not even such a fearless step. You just come up with a name on paper and just say, okay, this is my name, and then boom, you've started. That's what I mean, like the smallest step to start. That's my advice.
I love that. Thank you very, very much. Maybe you'll publish your set of Post-it notes in a fun book or something like that.
Yeah, that would be really cute.
I think that would be great.
I have a lot.
There you go. Your first book. I love it. Thank you very much for joining us. There you go. We've been visiting with Kat. She is a phenomenal entrepreneur. We hope that you found inspiration through that. Go to her website. There's something very, very unique about her jewelry designs. Thanks for watching.